A part of close reading is called, you can repeat after me, metacognitive markers.
Metacognitive markers.
Yes, a fun word to say, or two words to say. Those are what you see behind me. Some metacognitive markers for close reading are a little asterisk, an exclamation point, and a question mark. And actually there's another one that has 2 question marks, but today for this purpose we're just going to use 1 question mark so that I don't confuse you. But you'll get to that when you get older too. So today we're going to be watching a video, which is, you're probably thinking, well, Mrs. Bryce, that's not close reading if we're watching a video, and you're so right. But we're going to be practicing close reading skills by watching a video and taking notes. When I talk to college students, thank you, my dear. When I talk to college students after they graduate, they've often said to me, if I could learn one more thing in high school, or if I could learn one thing more in high school, it would be how to take good notes. Because when I go to college, all my professors want me to take notes when they're lecturing and when they're talking, and I don't really know how to do that. And I never really learned that. So you guys are a new generation. We're going to start teaching you how to do it from 5th grade on so that you know. So when you get to college someday or whatever you do after high school, you're going to know how to be good note takers. And we're going to use our close reading skills to become good note takers. So if everyone could grab a purple sheet, so that's in front of you, a little cheat sheet for you guys today so that you know what these metacognitive markers mean. Up in the corner, see, so you have your name, you have a title, and you have a number 1 which says self-advocacy. If you're thinking, Mrs. Bryce, what the heck does self-advocacy mean? We'll get to that in a second, so don't worry, okay? But right now, we're making a cheat sheet for our metacognitive markers. So up in the corner right here, I want you to draw a little asterisk. And next to the little asterisk, I want you to write main idea or big idea. Whichever one you prefer, main idea or big idea. So look up here, I modeled it up here in the corner of your sheet. Not down here under self-advocacy, up here in the corner, okay? You draw a little asterisk and write main idea.
So it's like
a cheat sheet for you to remember what those asterisks mean when you're taking notes, okay? Then underneath that I want you to draw an exclamation point, and next to it I want you to write good point, or I agree, or that stands out. The exclamation point is something that when you hear it or you read it, stands out to you for some reason, for good reason. There's good reason it stands out. It's a really good point. You agree with it. There's a question mark then underneath there. And the question mark, it can be a couple things. It can mean I'm confused about something. It can mean, ooh, that'd be a good discussion question to bring up when we discuss this chapter. And so next to the question mark, I want you to just write the word question, okay? That can either mean you're confused about it, or I want to bring up this question so that my classmates and I can talk about it. Okay, that's what the question mark means. So, we're going to jump right into it. There is a chapter, we're going to watch the first chapter of this video called self-advocacy. So, self-advocacy is going to be the first one, and underneath self-advocacy, you're going to see an asterisk, right, on your paper. Sorry about the copying job, for some reason a line went through the asterisk. An asterisk, an exclamation point, and a question. So, Kyle, if you had to make your best guess, while you're watching the video, what do you think you're going to be doing?
taking notes.
Taking notes. And what exactly are you going to be taking notes on?
Main idea, good points, and questions you have for discussion.
You got it, buddy. You nailed it. You're going to be looking for main ideas, good points, and questions that you may have or that you want to bring up to discuss. Yes, sir? Good points. So, have you ever been listening to someone talk and then you think to yourself, oh, I agree with that. That's a good point. Have you ever thought that to yourself? So if you're watching this and you think, oh yeah, that's a good point. Jot whatever it is that you think is a good point down. Okay?
Can that also be a good idea?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea. You might hear something like, only be friends with people who are nice to you. Sounds like a smart person who says that, right? If you agree with that, if that's a good point, write down, be friends with people who are nice to me. okay? That's just an example.
Good.
Self-advocacy, okay, I'm gonna do this one with you guys, we'll take the notes and discuss, okay? Tell me something, or we can just go, we'll roll with it. We'll see what you guys came up with. Did anyone get something down for their asterisk, their main idea or the big idea? Woo, look at your hands go up. Yes, ma'am, what'd you write down?
I wrote to ask for help when needed.
Ask for help when needed. Now, I don't think, if we looked up self-advocacy in the dictionary, I don't think that it would say exactly ask for help when needed, but I think it would be something very close to that. So that means that you did a good job finding the main idea. So you ask for help when needed, and that is a perfect thing to write down for main idea. Did anyone else have a main idea that was different than that, but I'm sure good as well? Yes?
I put Charlie is sad that he was excluded because that's.
You're right, that was a big idea of the video, that Charlie was excluded and he was sad about that. So what did he do then?
Yeah.
He asked for help.
For a good point, I also wrote it's a good idea to get support because I was.
It's a good idea to get support? I agree totally. And what about any questions? Did anybody have any things that they wanted to talk about after this chapter? Things that kind of struck them or something went, I'd like to talk about that more. Why didn't he have anybody to sit by? That's right, and we already talked about that a little bit. That he should have maybe taken it upon himself to stand up and ask somebody if he could sit by them to start. And if that didn't work, if somebody said, nope, seat's taken, or nope, you can't sit here, then that might be when he goes to get his help from a teacher, right?
Don't just go to a teacher whenever you need help. I mean, you have to try to figure things out.
Ask a friend.
You're right.
Seriously.
But
Well,
you didn't have any.
What word's that?
Yes.
Self. So self-advocacy. Self-advocacy, so I think ask for help when needed, right? But try, then our good point leads up to that, try to figure it out yourself first. And then ask for help when needed. Look at you guys are putting this together. I didn't even think of it this way before you guys came in. Whew, yes?
I have another question. What if the adult wasn't trusted at all?
What if the adult wasn't trusted at all?
What happened you know?
I would hope that wouldn't happen, that's what I'm gonna write there. Why didn't he, oops, no, I didn't mean to write ask. Why didn't he try himself? Very good. You guys got it.
Yay.
Not so bad, right?
Yeah.
Should we go on to the next chapter and do it again?
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, next chapter was peer pressure. The asterisk stands for what?
The main idea.
Main idea. Yes, ma'am, what was your main idea?
Stay strong.
Stay strong. Who else? Yes.
Doing the right thing.
Okay, very good. Exclamation point. Ooh, that's a good point. Ooh, I like what he said. I like the way he said that. Ooh, that stands out for a good reason. Yes, sir?
That you shouldn't be doing bad things all because your friend says so.
You know what?
So Kyle, I'm guessing as a shorter way of doing right from wrong. They think about doing something that they know is wrong.
Why would they even think about doing something wrong? How about we write down, where was their common sense?
Alan, big picture.